Dr. T.A. Lewis, author of Think Yourself Happy and your partner in whole life wellness, and I'm here to help you create the life experience you desire and deserve. So have you made your resolutions yet, and are you keeping them? Because at this time of year, 45% of Americans make New Year's resolutions, and of those Americans, 73% give up before they finish the course. And those that do give up, 1/3 of those who have made commitments tend to give up before January 31st. So that's only a month into it. So I ask you again, how are your resolutions going? You see, I think that it's better to make commitments to improving your life experience rather than New Year's resolutions. Why? Because when you're committed, you are 10 times more likely to follow through, to stay the course, and to finish your goal. And without that commitment, you won't. That's the reality. You won't. So, as I said before, I'm your partner in whole life wellness. And what better thing to commit to this year than being well in every area of your life? So what exactly does whole life wellness mean? Well, think of your life as a house with several rooms in it. And each of those rooms is a domain. It's a functional area, an area where you need to be in control. And you need to be giving everything you have to creating the life experience that you want in that area, because that's where you're going to be able to create true happiness for yourself. So those major areas are domains. They are places where you will exercise your power of belief, your power of control. And those domains add up to equal your total life experience. They are not your life, but they are where you live it. So it is important that you remember that your beliefs, your thoughts, your actions, everything you do, say, and feel contribute to your well-being in those domains. And those domains contribute to the life that you create. They are the example of the life that you create. So they're not the life you live, but they're where you live it. And your life affects many, many others. People that you know and people that you don't know. And each of those domains affects every single other one. This year, I'm here to support you as you grow and as you achieve the life experience of your dreams. So what I want to talk to you a little bit about today is that financial domain. Why? Because that is the number one area that people complain about in their lives. You see, it doesn't matter how wealthy you are or how poor you are. You will, at some point in your life, be tempted to think that you would be better off if you had more money. You may not say it out loud, and you may not think that money will fix everything, but in your gut, in your heart of hearts, you feel that if you have more financial resources available to you, that you would be able to do or be certain things that you may or may not feel that you are right now. So I'm here to help you boost that commitment so that you can be 10 times more likely to succeed at funding the life of your dreams in 2016. Why did I say funding the life of your dreams as opposed to living the life of your dreams? Because every dream has a price and every desire has a cost, and they always have an opportunity cost. So the price is what you pay. It's usually measured in dollar signs. For instance, if you want to be a doctor, you've got to pay for those classes, to complete those degrees and the internship and the residency in order to become the professional that you desire to be. The price would be the dollar amount that you would have to pay to complete that degree. Price is a money term. The cost of that same opportunity to be a medical professional is what you're willing to invest, what you're willing to give through blood, sweat, and tears. It is your work, it is your effort, and it is your time. That's what the cost is. So in the same example, that medical degree is the time, the numerous hours that you spend studying in class or working at a hospital or a doctor's office of some sort, building your skill set so that you can be that doctor that's licensed in whatever state that you would be practicing in. That's the cost of that dream. Now, the opportunity cost is what you sacrifice in order to do whatever it is that you want to do, be whatever it is that you want to be, or have whatever it is that you want to have. The opportunity cost of that medical degree is the time that you're not spending with your friends. It is the career that you did not have because you chose to become a doctor. It is the car that you did not buy because you were sacrificing in order to pay for those classes, or you were working as a resident, which means that you make little to no money in comparison to what you will be making later. That is the opportunity cost. It is the thing that you can't do because you're doing what you are. See, you can only be one place at one time. You can only spend $1 in one way. And therefore, the opportunity cost is everything else that you are not doing, everything else that you are not buying. So funding your dream means that you're ready to pay whatever it costs to be that, to do that, to have that. And the more financially literate you are, the more financially powerful you are. And the more financially powerful you are, the more ready you are to fund your dreams this year. So let's get started with some basic financial principles that will help you to do that. Again, as I said, I'm your partner in whole life wellness, and that includes your financial wellness. I am also here to help you create the financial life experience that you desire and deserve. So I'm going to give you these principles. I'm going to clarify their terms. Now, if you want more, you're going to have to stay tuned for the location, time, and date of the nearest financial literacy workshop that I will be announcing very, very soon. You're going to listen out. You're going to check my Facebook page. You're going to do all of that. And I'm going to give you all of that information at the end of these principles. So the first thing you're going to do as you prepare to live your dreams in 2016 is you're going to assess your financial resources. You're going to figure out what you have available to you financially. And that may look a little different than you think, because it's a lot more than your paycheck, and it's a lot more than the money you make at your job. It's not quite as obvious as it may seem. And again, in the workshop, you'll get resources to make this assessment and come out with a product that will help you move forward. The next step is you're going to assess your financial needs. Now, so far, we've talked about resources and needs. All of these things need to be a snapshot of your right now. In other words, we're not talking about your dreams yet. We're talking about what many of us call your reality, where you are living physically and presently right now. What are the resources available to you right now? And what do you need in order to make ends meet right now? Many of us are not making ends meet. Many of us are robbing Peter to pay Paul. Many of us are not even living paycheck to paycheck because the paycheck doesn't stretch that far. So what would you need in order to be solvent, to pay all of the bills associated with how you're living, and to have everything that you need and want right now? Then you're going to figure out the difference. In the business world, we call that a gap analysis. What is the difference between what your resources are, what's available to you, and what you need right now? Once you have that number, we're going to move on to the next phase. We've talked about where you're currently living. Now we're going to talk about how you got there. We're going to evaluate your money beliefs. What is it that you really believe about money? You're going to be surprised. Some of the things that you were taught as a child, you don't even realize that you still hold as a belief, but you live like it. Like money doesn't grow on trees. How many of us say that? And what you're really doing is speaking into your spirit the fact that money is not readily available to you and is impossible to get when you need it. And if it is not impossible to get, it's going to be in small amounts. So we'll look at evaluating your money beliefs. The next step is to know where you want to go. Where is it that you want to be? At this point, you do want a clear snapshot. Once you've figured that out, you're going to build a bridge from where you are to where you want to be. You're going to build a financial bridge. That's how you're going to get there. Once you've done all these things, you're going to reinforce your resolve. See, you will have done a lot of activities and exercises, and it may be a little bit harder than you think to go back to why you made this resolution, why you made this promise to yourself. And even if you remember why, you may not be as enthusiastic about keeping that promise. And that's why we're going to reinforce your resolve. And when we've done all that, you're going to hold yourself accountable. If you can't find anyone else to be your accountability partner, you're going to go for the best accountability partner in the world. And that's that man or woman right there in the mirror looking at you every day. Because they're going to make sure that you keep your promises to yourself. So there are 8 wonderful principles for strengthening you in your finances so that you can fund the life of your dreams in 2016. And I am your whole life wellness partner. This is Dr. T.A. Lewis saying thank you very much for spending this time with me. I'm excited about what we're going to do together.